Hi there, this is Caroline, herbalist, naturopath and nutrition consultant, talking to you about what grows in your garden, what grows in the hedgerows and how you can help yourself. That's why I created this YouTube channel, to give you the information that you need to be able to help yourself. So if you like what you're looking at, please do subscribe, do like my videos, press the bell, do all the fun and games, and it just shows me that you're enjoying what I do and that you're appreciating it, and therefore it's a good move for me to carry on, so I would appreciate that. Talking to you today about this wonder. Now everybody knows this wonder. This is the most delectable smell ever. This is honeysuckle, okay? And I remember in the herb garden I used to have this 30-year-old honeysuckle. It was so massive up the side of the side of the building. But here we have good old-fashioned English honeysuckle, okay? This is the wild variety, okay, the English and Welsh honeysuckle, and it smells delectable. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I always used to do this as a child and as an adult. Grab a stamen, in fact you've got to grab one just off the side, pull off the little end and suck it, and there's the honey. This really is honey. It attracts bees, all sorts of insects. It really is. It's a wonder. It's so lovely and nourishing for the garden, so it will attract all the bugs and the bees and insects that you need to help your garden to flourish. Part of the Lonicerea family. The most medicinal of all of these species is actually the Japanese, and that's the one that I would use in medicine, okay? However, you can use your common garden variety, absolutely, okay? It is, to start with, the Japanese one is particularly good for fever, all right? They use it also for inflammation, for dysentery, and abscesses. However, the common garden one and the wild one, you wouldn't use it for inflammation, okay? That's according to Culpepper, and that's where the research is at. So don't use this for inflammation, but do use this for cleansing. You can make a syrup from the flowers, okay? And that's said to be, according to Dioscordes, the Greek physician, this is said to be, the syrup is said to be good for the spleen and good for the lungs, okay? It really is an expectorant, so it's going to help to move things out of the body. That's why it's so good for the lungs, okay? It's very good. It's supposed to be the number one for asthma. Okay, of all things, this is a number one for asthma. So you could make a syrup out of that and just take a spoonful of the syrup every day, and that would be a great kind of keep your asthma at bay. The waters, if you distill the waters, or even if you just made like a cup of tea and just let it to sit, and then you just splash the waters on your face, on your body, you can use that as an infant bath. You can use that for yourself as a bath. You can also use that for nervous headaches, so you could even use it like in the shower, just pour over your head as well, but not necessarily. It's just it's that kind of, it's the smell of it that really just kind of brings clarity and cleansing. It's really remarkable. I have always found the oil of this to be exceptionally good for hormone balancing, okay? And I would always put this on my pulse points, and oh my god, off we go. It's incredibly good. I find it incredibly settling for me and just incredibly balancing. So it's one of those ones that you can kind of experiment with, but just know that, you know, the leaf and the flower, you know, are you usable, but don't use the berries, okay? Because the berries, really the only ones we want to use are the japonica berries. The rest is really toxic. So I would say the best thing to do is really just to make yourself like a kind of cup of tea and use it externally. And then when you want to use things medicinally internally with something like this, is to get someone like myself to come and help you as a herbalist, all right? And then we know, okay, see what else is going on in your case before we can recommend that this would be the one. In the meantime, though, I would absolutely enjoy this delightful herb in your garden. It is so special to have in your garden because it brings, like I said, brings other creatures that you want. It can be used for yourself should you need it, but specifically just enjoy it in the garden.